Hi, guys here. Welcome to DevaOne. And today I would like to share with you the approach how we will loading the large files to the database with C Sharp and .NET Core. So, what we will use for today? We will use Visual Studio 2022, Microsoft SQL Server 2019, C Sharp as a main programming language, and the .NET 6 Core as the main platform for doing our code. And what we will do, we will write a console application to load a big CSV file into the database, and we will use SqlBulkCopy. So this is our CSV file. I chose the CSV file just for an example purposes. It's a large CSV file which contains more than 5,000 records. And we have a database with this structure of the table, and our goal is to load information from the CSV file into the database table as fast as we can. Of course, we can use the entity framework for doing that or ADO.NET connected layer. But all these scenarios, all these approaches using the case when it's generating the SQL script, and the SQL script is getting executed on the SQL server. And when we are trying to load a large files, it will bring to some delays. It's not so fast in case of the large files. So we will choose here the SQL bulk copy, which is the fastest way and is specially designed for these particular scenarios. So let's do it and type the code. So I have created a simple console application here. The only thing which I have did, I add constant files here where I put my connection string to the database. So and all other parts we will write here right now in front of you. Let's go. Uh, let's put it here like connection string. Let's bring it to here like it's in now constants. Okay. So now we need the file. I put the file already prepared and put the file into the local folder. It's in my local disk. So I will type the path here. So when you try to do this by your own, just put the path to the file where you put there. So I will put it CSV. Great. Now, first of all, let's load our CSV file into the memory. That's what we're going to do. So to save your time and not doing it like typing row by row, I already prepared a snippet. So I will pass the snippet right here. So you will see it. Uh, oh, yeah. I just need to create the CSV data so we can have it. So I used here text file parser to just load data from the CSV file into the memory. Great. Now we need to just load the data table object, which now which calls the CSV data, into our database. So for doing that, first of all, we need to use SQL bulk copy. So I will just put snippet here. As you can see, it's a fresh project and it's not included the package system data SQL client. So I will just find and install it to my project. And there is it. We have a SQL connection, SQL bulk copy. So what's doing here? We're opening the connection to the database. We are opening that connection, and then we are using the SQL bulk copy. We are putting the destination data table name, putting the column mappings if it's necessary. So if your file data exactly same as in your database structure, you can miss this part. But in my case, as you can see, the names of the columns are different. So I just put my custom mapping and call this method like bulk copy, write to server, and provide your data table object. That's it. Quite simple. Now, to check it how fast it's working, let's add a couple of rows of code to just write down on the console window the date and time when it started. So I will put it this snippet, these two rows, where I'm picking the current date and writing out when I'm starting working that. And when the file is loaded, right after that, I will put this piece of code. So I will write down when the file is loaded and how much time we spend on that to load the file into the memory. And on the end, I will write these two rows of code to just see how much time we will spend to load all this information to the database. And let's put it one row of code here to just see does everything is fine. So, well, now everything is ready. Let's run the code and see how it's working and see how much time we're spending to loading the file into the memory and then uploading all that information to the database. As you can see here, little bit more than 1 second took to load all the file into the memory, and 8 seconds it took to load all the information to the database. It's quite fast. And please take into consideration that my database is working on my local machine, which is not the server. So in case of server, it will be much, much more faster. Thank you for watching and follow us on our social networks to not miss interesting news. Thank you. Take care.